This year, I think more than anything, I have watched people in our community persevere through so many challenges.
I know that these are not the times you imagined for your graduation, but here we are.
This has been a unique couple of years and a pretty unique time to be at Chico State.
The last 2 years have been very challenging for this cohort. First, the fires, not just here and around Chico, but also in Southern California and along the coast. Even if the fire didn't impact you directly, it did your family, your friends, definitely your community. And yet you return back to school ready to learn and ready to understand. And many of you talked about climate change and talked about wealth inequality and the challenges that families have in recovering from those kinds of disasters.
And of course, this spring 2020, all of you have to adjust to the sudden changes to your school, work, and your life, and due to the pandemic.
Even in supposedly normal times, learning is always a tenuous, tricky proposition, but particularly so during a pandemic, a time of crisis.
I've been thinking a lot about the season we're in right now, where we cannot gather in the way we typically would at graduation to celebrate your accomplishments.
I just wanted to say I support you and I'm very proud of you all. And for those who I got to meet in my classes, I really enjoyed learning with you and from you. For my public sociology class, I hope that you take with you the idea that sociology doesn't end here with your degree, that sociology can be a lifelong endeavor. And for everyone else too that was in my global class, just to carry on the idea of a sort of engaged cosmopolitanism.
We read Baudrillard so hard, and every single student, not one of them, like half-assed it. It's the last week, second to last week of class. And I mean, they didn't necessarily understand everything, but everyone was engaged with it and found something in there that they liked or didn't like. And yeah, I didn't understand these things, but boy, it really got me thinking. And I was super impressed. I have seen an amazing amount of passion for social issues and students really wanting to contribute to social change and using their sociology to contribute to social change. I'm super impressed by this graduating class.
I taught many of you in applied sociology or the grant writing course. And one of the things I know about you is how resilient you are. And the other wonderful thing that I remember about you is your empathetic heart and your passion and commitment to community. It's one of the reasons that I love teaching in sociology, because you bring your critical thinking skills to how to solve problems from a perspective of the good of the community, for the good of everyone.
You are such a bright and knowledgeable class, such a creative class, and a class of change makers. And I feel lucky to have gotten to spend time with you on our campus.
For those of you in the Sociology Distance Education program, you never cease to amaze me with your work ethic and determination. Many of you are reentry students and veteran students returning to your education. Most of you are working full-time, many raising families and children, so many of you overcoming adversity at every turn, all while maintaining a full class load. You have so much to be proud of.
It's just really touching, and it's been keeping me going as we finish this out.
For those I've had the pleasure of working with on campus, you continue to inspire me every day. Many of you have taken on internships, study abroad programs, volunteer work, and jobs. You were active in social activism on and off campus, working in various clubs and organizations, athletic programs, and beyond. You revitalized the Sociology Club, conducted research projects, and developed programs.
I feel so lucky to get to spend some of the earlier parts of your journey in sociology with you. I've gotten to know some of you in my lower division and intro classes. Some of you have come by office hours, and I've gotten to know you around campus. Regardless of where we are, getting to take those early steps in sociology with you has been such a joy. I love the aha moments we have together as we explore theory and the sociological imagination and some of these early concepts, and watching your faces and watching you develop in your writing and what you share in class, and getting to see how you all have become the incredible sociologists that you are.
I've gotten to know a lot of you over the years, teaching classes like the public sociology class, and a lot of you took my sociology of food class.
Many of you I know that have worked either part-time or full-time, and some of you took care of children and elderly parents. Some of you had to deal with serious health issues, and many lived through the campfire. You all survived the theory classes, research method classes, and the most notorious of all, Sociology 315 statistic class.
I always define sociology on the first day of the semester as the study of people doing stuff with other people. I mean, there's so many ways that sociology is meaningful and important, and it helps shape how you see the world and how you show up to the world, to help you really stay engaged and to think about and really begin to piece things together in such a way that you're saying, aha, this makes total sense.
I have watched you critique literature and question the society in which you live.
That one of the things that hopefully your sociology degree has done for you and will continue to do for you is to teach you how to think critically, thinking outside the box, making connections between things that are seemingly not connected, trying to take yourself out of a situation in order to understand things. Students often say, I now know that there are all of these problems in the world, but you haven't told me how to fix any of that. But sociology doesn't tell you how to fix it as much as it gives you the tools to be able to fix it.
Making us think more deeply about being thoughtful, kind people in the world who are always, in any way that we can, collectively we're helping each other. And I think sociology helps us think about social justice and inequality, and in thinking about that, we can't help but help each other. I mean, that's just part of the DNA of it. As you are all finishing up those classes, you are impressing me with your creativity, your ability to articulate this pandemic in a sociological way. It's moving how much you're able to do beyond what I've guided you, but you take it further. And it's really just quite a thing to watch.
And every student has made our program richer and healthier. We could not do what we do without you. I'm so grateful for every person who has been a student.
All of my classes, but one in particular this semester with a lot of graduating seniors. I had been describing it before the pandemic as a party, because it really was. We were covering contemporary theory. We've been covering contemporary theory. There's just so much energy in that class, and it remains that way. We've been listening to the New York Times podcast for every single day of the week. And it was really helpful because as the pandemic happened, we knew we had listened to quite a few podcasts that gave us some kind of context for what we might be experiencing. And I've been getting emails from all of you. I'm so thankful that we started doing that months ago, and it's helping me make sense of this very confusing time for me. And sociologically, it's both helping me make sense of that, and then all the sociology we do together is also helping me make sense of this moment.
And I put so much emphasis on speaking up, on participating, because it's like learning a new language. And a part of learning a new language is kind of fumbling through the order of words and your ideas and how you present those ideas in a way that's a little bit different from what you had taught before. So speak, even if your voice trembles. And that might mean writing a letter to your senator. That might mean if you see something in the middle of McDonald's that appears to be an egregious affront to another human being, you can say, excuse me, I don't think that was appropriate. Or you can even ask another person, do you feel safe? Is there anything I can do? There's a big part of me that feels sad because I don't get to spend this last opportunity with you to graduate. There's a part of me that just cannot get out of a space and doesn't want to get out of a space of gratitude for having met you, for having allowed myself to just be open and authentic with you. And so I hope that our lives, both of our lives, I know mine is, transformed as a result of my work here at Chico State and having met each of you.
I want all of my students, as they leave and graduate, to be okay, to be happy and to thrive, to be supported. And I want to be able to support them in any way I can, you know, now and beyond. I'm forever their mentor. And that's not an ego thing. That's like a real commitment to their well-being.
With your bachelor degree, so now you're one of the top 1/3 of Americans, the most educated elite class in our country.
Anytime we have a global event like we're experiencing right now, we see opportunity for change and innovation and doing things differently. And I see so much potential and so much ability to be change makers, to make the world the best place that it can be.
It may not feel like it, but this is one of the best times, the best periods of your life. Sometimes it seems like some of the hardest times, as it turns out, were some of the most transformative.
I know that you're all going to do great.
We have a lot of students who are suddenly going out into a job market that they didn't foresee, and that everything has just changed in the last 2 or 3 months. This is temporary. We saw this after the 2008 crash as well with our students. Please remember that it's not you, that you have overcome an enormous amount. You have already accomplished a lot. It will happen. Just hang in there and don't lose hope, don't lose faith. It's not about you. This is sociology. These are larger social structures and social forces at work. Unfortunately, some of you will be impacted by it, but not through fault of your own.
Kind of give him that, like, it took me 7 years to find a job, and I blame myself for it for all these years. I did. I mean, like 4 or 5 years I spent just torturing myself and saying that it was all my fault. It was very clear to me years later that I wasn't using my sociological imagination. I wasn't, connecting my own personal trouble, clearly a personal trouble, to like the job market at the time, and especially in sociology and especially in academia. There are people in your life at the same time, like me and other professors at Chico State, who are here to support you in any way that they can through this difficult time.
Do know that we miss you and care for you, and good luck in the future, and be well.
Over the years, I've had a lot of students come and talk to me in my office, even after they graduate, or send me emails about what they're doing.
We love hearing from students about what you're doing, so stop by and say hi.
Keep in touch.
And keep in touch.
And I just want to wish you all the best.
I hope that you remember that there are many, many different definitions of success. Success is not always measured by income or job title, and that finding meaningful work that you feel really is fulfilling you, whatever your life choices are, that you find some balance in life. Our social forces and our economic forces often want to rob us of that. That you find people and activities that nourish your soul, and that even in the hard times, it made me teary. You remember your worth, your value, all that you've overcome, all that you've accomplished, that you remember to have empathy for one another, and that you remember to be kind to yourself.
One thing that a college education usually prepares us for is lifelong learning. So be sure to embrace this and read widely. If you need book recommendations, just ask us.
Students say to me when they graduate, and I run into them in the community, or they send me an email and they say, what I miss most is the opportunity to continue having these debates and discussions and to talk about things that really matter to me. And this is what I have faith in, that you will continue having those discussions, that you will take the skills that you have to help shape policy or to define new best practices in community, that you advocate and will advocate for those less fortunate than yourself.
I hope you carry with you the core public sociology values of acting in this world as an informed, conscientious, and empathetic human. As such, we should engage in mutual aid and solidarity with those who need our help, who find themselves on the receiving end of injustice and authoritarianism.
I hope you take that righteous indignation with you into the world and face the world head on with all of the new knowledge that you have gained. I know that y'all will do well. I know you will. I know it's going to be rocky sometimes. I know you're going to stumble, but I know you're going to get back up as well. Life is a process, but when you leave Chico State, you will be ahead of the game.
I wish you so much joy, health, and passion to pursue your dreams as you move forward into this world.
This year, the Department of Sociology would like to congratulate the following Student Award winners and honors graduates.
Congratulations to Delaney Lauren Jones, to Jessica Marie Ramirez, and to Ashley Ann Gear, all members of the class of 2020 and Centennial Initiate in the Alpha Kappa Delta International Sociological Honors Society.
So I really want to take this opportunity to say a big congratulations to all of you.
You did it! You are all now graduates from Chico State with degrees in sociology, and that's pretty cool.
It has been an honor working with every single one of you.
I hope that you have the opportunity and take the time to celebrate.
In whatever capacity you can with your family, eating some graduation cupcakes, high-fiving your classmates via Zoom, and really taking in this significant day.
So celebrate now. Stay in a place of gratitude and just know that Chico State loves you. We are grateful for you and we wish you the absolute best.
We're all proud of you, and I wish we were all there together on the lawn and could see each other in person.
On behalf of the Department of Sociology, we congratulate you on this immense accomplishment. We are so proud of you.
Congratulations to your amazing accomplishments. You have worked so hard for this day.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates. You should feel really proud of your accomplishments.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to the class of 2020, and thank you for this opportunity to share knowledge with you.
Off we go into the future. Thank you.
Much love and hugs to all of you.
So this is David Foster Wallace. It's called This Is Water, and it's his commencement speech to Kenyon College. It is unimaginably hard to do this, to stay conscious and alive in the adult world day in and day out, which means yet another grand cliche turns out to be true. Your education really is the job of a lifetime, and it commences now. I wish you way more than luck.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Woo-hoo!